million views project, which I assume you know about if you have managed to find your way to this Facebook or YouTube page. So since the last time that we spoke, a lot has happened. In this video, I would like to introduce you to the 6 portrait subjects, the YouTubers that we have decided to work with for the 1 million views project. And I would like to think that they illustrate sort of the expanse and depth and weirdness of the online landscape. We've got sort of somebody from everywhere, so here they are. First up we have Angry Aussie, Andrew K, who is a Melbourne-based YouTuber. He has been in the game for a full decade, kind of right since the genesis of YouTube. So he's been doing this since 2006, which is pretty freaking committed. He's made over 2,000 videos in that time, so I don't even know what the average of that would be per year. So Andrew was one of the first people that we met, and he was kind of immediately obvious as a bit of a kingpin in the Melbourne YouTube scene. Everybody knows who he is, and he seems to know absolutely everybody. Angry Aussie's channel is pretty much all just ranting, everything from politics to religion to sex, pretty much anything that you shouldn't really discuss at a dinner table he has covered at some point. foodie'shut is another one of our Melbourne-based channels run by Shayamli Sinha and her family. When we went and hung out with them, she cooked us like an 8-course meal, and all of it was amazing. She's from West Bengal in India, and she's lived here with her husband and her young daughter, who's about 2, for a couple of years now, and she feels a little bit homesick and a little bit lonely, and that she hasn't completely integrated with the Australian culture to the extent that she would like to. And she uses her YouTube channel as sort of a means of reaching out and socializing, which we sort of found across the board. A lot of our YouTubers use it as a social outlet, which perhaps they can't get from tactile interactions. So it was really cool to go and hang out with them and see their dynamic. She's just a total boss, and she's, you know, making her husband do things and film, and he does all of the editing and she does all of the cooking, but she's clearly like the queen of her domain. Dami Luchabelle is another one of our YouTubers based in Melbourne. She is very popular on the YouTubes and is in fact living entirely off her YouTube income. Her story is a pretty generic one as far as YouTube is concerned. She sort of just started doing it when she was a teenager because she felt like a bit of an outcast, and then all of a sudden it took off and it was sort of this variety vlog and skit channel, and then it moved more so into songs and covers. She sort of represents the teen idol, but she has this incredible fan following. People send her stuff all the time. It was quite strange going and hanging out with her and being inside her house. She was at the time living in her mum's garage, which was sort of 2/3 of the garage was her mum's stuff that was all piled up in this sort of chaotic but organized fashion, and then her little corridor of a bedroom, which is just chocked full of soft toys and pop culture items and gifts and letters and stuff. And then the place that she records in is like this tiny little desk area with like a purple painted wall behind it, and it was very much a ripping back the curtain sort of moment. Lauren Ostrowski Fenton is our last YouTuber from Melbourne, and probably my favourite one as far as the channel is concerned and kind of as far as the hangout was concerned. Lauren is an early 50s mother of 4 children, single mother, and she runs this kind of crazy, very comprehensive ASMR channel, which stands for Audio Sensory Meridian Response, I believe. Don't quote me on that. And that is entirely a phenomenon that was birthed out of YouTube, which, if you don't know what ASMR is, it's basically this huge thing online where people talk really close into the camera and sort of whisper and use this very calming voice. And they make sounds like through brushing hair and through scissor snips and like crumpling pieces of paper and stuff. And the whole idea behind it is that it's supposed to trigger these deep-seated memories from your childhood that are supposed to make you feel calm and warm. People genuinely live by this stuff, and maybe you'll watch it and you'll be like, that's really creepy and I don't get it and that's really weird. I kind of had that response initially, but Tiyan, my collaborator, the other artist on this project, is super into it and genuinely uses it, which I think is amazing. And it is, watching Lauren's channel, which I had to do when I was making my portrait of her, was actually a really cool thing to have on in the background. It was just like, everything is fine. She has these mantras, you're okay, you're fine, you're great, that sort of stuff. Cakes by Chopper is a channel run by a guy who goes by the name of Chopper. His actual name is Keith Green, I believe. And he has been making cakes on YouTube for many years now and has millions and millions and millions of views. And he's not only a kind of a big deal in Australia, he's also got this huge international following. Apparently, most of his fan base is in the US. And basically he was a kindergarten teacher, and then he heard about YouTube and just got really, really, really into it. We went to this convention in Sydney to sort of suss out the YouTubers and try to integrate with them and make them comfortable with us, because we didn't want to just jump into their lives and be like, let us do this thing, you don't even know us. So we worked very hard to try and get to know how the YouTube community works, and he is at the top. He had this amazing gaggle of kind of teenage girl fans just following him around all the time. Andrew Eucles is another YouTuber from Sydney, and he was our last one that we locked in, and definitely our most famous as far as mainstream culture is concerned. His channel is kind of like Steve Irwin meets Jackass. It's like this extreme hunting channel, except he releases all of the animals at the end. The video that I sample in my portrait, he dresses up in an emu that he finds, like roadkill emu that he finds, in order to try and catch a kangaroo, which he does successfully do. There's another one where he dresses up as a duck. He's like in this duck decoy, and he just follows this gang of ducks and swans around a lake. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight into the project and the people that we have been working with for the last year or so. 1 million views is going to be going live in May from the 5th to the 22nd. We're going to be having an opening on Thursday night, which is the 5th, at Joe Taylor's Bar in Errol Street of North Melbourne, where all of the portraits are going to be displayed along 6 different shop fronts in that area, so you can kind of walk around and see them all for yourself. There's going to be public programs and walking tours. It's a total extravaganza. All of this information will soon be available on our website, 1millionviews.com.au, which is going to be launched in the coming weeks. So keep an eye on this space. There's going to be loads of information coming. We're going to be talking about all of the people that we've worked with. There's going to be a lot of YouTube content. It's going to be a fun time. So I'll see you soon.